I drop. Hello.
Hello, we're live.
We are live. Got a fine mellow yellow here.
My gosh, Tug is back out there in the hall. I can hear him down the hall just barking like crazy.
I can hear him too. You know, I meant to tell you this. My buddy told me that his dog had an issue. He had to go take care of him yesterday, and I was reminded yesterday. He goes, "Oh, Tug's got a problem." I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute." I'm like, either you guys are sharing a dog, or it's a weird coincidence that two of my friends named Jeff have a dog named Tug. How weird is that?
That is very weird.
Very weird.
All right. Television Gamers here. Saboteur's here. Blake Snow is here.
Blake was on the show today.
He's going to go to sleep.
What? Did that wipe you out today, Blake?
Yeah. Kurt Bradshaw.
St.
Jerome,
Louis.
what's going on? Hit the likes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let's see. Oh, Jerome ordered the new 7800 controller. Yeah, Atari just put out new 7800 controller. I guess they work with the 2600 as well. Hey, Pierre, what's going on?
Hello, Pierre.
Yep. They also have 3 new 7800 cartridges of old games. Papa Pete is here.
What a great show you and Papa Pete had last night with Ferg.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, with Ferg doing his Atari. It was a game by game podcast.
Now, he was recently with you guys doing the bowling, right?
No.
Dang it. See, for some reason,
Bugs here.
No, his voice reminded me of somebody that was on the show the other night doing that.
And Miss So is here. Metal Torso is right up there.
Metal Torso.
I think I already showed Saboteur, didn't I?
Saboteur popped in today. I missed Miss So on my show. Ooh, hey, there you go. Oh, this is like Dr. Seuss all of a sudden.
Yes, it was a wonderful day in St. Louis, Kurt. It was really nice out.
I was chatting with a student about that today at school. We were kind of taking a look at the weather going, it's nice and sunny out there today. Plenty of vitamin D.
It was good. You know what? Maybe I'm the only person that know this, but I just found out today. Everyone else might be like, oh, I already knew that. But I didn't realize that Mike Myers' mask is Shatner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, they went out and got a Shatner mask. And
well, Shatner told a story that, from I read, that this was a mask they made for Star Trek for them to, I guess, do beards and whatever on them when he wasn't there. And then when the show ended, they just got rid of it. I guess they sold it to somebody. Ended up in some kind of a costume shop in California, and they said the costume designer, director, whatever,
went
for Halloween was looking for a mask, and he just happened to run in there and get that mask, and it was the one that was William Shatner. So like, what?
That's crazy. What are the odds?
That was so strange.
That is strange.
Yeah, and television golf would make a great league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Pete Smith is here.
So years ago at Shatner, never realized it. Watch Star Trek all about it.
Now, they did say they kind of stretched it and changed the eyes a bit, so it's, I guess, not quite Shatner anymore, but it was the original one they used on Star Trek, at least in the first movie.
And it still had a terrible toupee on it.
Yes, it did.
Thanks for not leaving me out in the cold on that one.
I had a cough and hit the cough button here.
I had an interesting fact come up music-wise today. Today, in 1976, I said this on my show earlier, so if everybody missed it. In 1976, Bohemian Rhapsody was on the UK chart at number 1 for 9 weeks, and it got bumped off by ABBA. After 9 weeks at number 1, ABBA popped in and took number 1 with Mamma Mia. So how weird is that? Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, let me go. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
It's so weird.
That's weird, wild stuff right there.
Weird, wild stuff. Oh, man. Was the Shatner mask turned inside out? Yeah, that's why he had all evil thoughts when he had the mask on. I want to kill everything instead of I want to save everybody and sleep with the green girl. Yum.
Man, I'm coughing like crazy. I don't know why.
I don't either. I was yawning like crazy today. I had to go get a paper towel. I couldn't find tissues, but I had to get a paper towel because my eyes were just full of water. I was like, I'm yawning. But yeah, I don't know. I see pinball in the background there.
It's foreshadowing. That's the game I'll be playing tomorrow night.
Ooh.
It's
Super Vixel Land.
What is it called? It's Super. I can't remember the name of
it. It's not Super Vixel Land. Though.
No, that's the name of the table.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
But this it's on Steam and it's got 13 tables.
Cool.
And it's actually pretty good.
It looks fun.
Yeah, the tables are pretty neat. There's this odd slot machine aspect in every table where you can activate a slot and it'll roll through, and if you hit the big jackpot, you get a ton of points.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of interesting. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow night before the big television bowling league hits.
I was today years old. I was 31 when you learned that Mamma Mia followed Bohemian Rhapsody as number 1. Huh. Interesting. So why didn't you tell me before today? Just checking. Jackie Robinson.
So yesterday was the 40-year anniversary of the great blizzard of St. Louis of '82.
How about that?
Although it wasn't officially a blizzard, but
I was wondering what the snow must have been up where I was. So,
man, here it was nuts. I remember it was a Saturday night and it started snowing late. I mean, I'm sitting there at home watching Love Boat. It started snowing in '82. I would have been in 8th grade. So the first thing I'm thinking is, why isn't it snowing tomorrow night so I can get off school on Monday? And little did I know that it was going to snow so much that we'd be off the entire week.
It just
even
didn't
though it started
know
on Saturday.
Good Lord's up there. The good Lord's up there with the wrench trying to shut the machine up. Okay, it's Adam. You get the whole week. Just take the whole week.
That was the craziest snowstorm I've ever been in.
I was talking to my because I used that bit of information today at school when I was chatting with a couple of people, and I was talking with one of our coaches, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember my dad not going to work." So
in 1976, I was about to see Cheryl Ladd on Charlie's Angels and forgot all about my baseball cards.
Streamweaver. Yeah, you could just get Charlie's Angels cards then.
Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, I would pull a Bosley. Another Bosley.
He was on the Love Boat. What was this? A special edition of Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope was released. It's just Star Wars. Let's just do that. It's just Star Wars. I know. I'm being a dick. Released on this date in 97. Hey, look, I dropped popcorn for you.
All kind of stuff. Footloose soundtrack released today.
Dang.
Wonder Years premiered today.
I remember seeing that. So in 1984, Footloose soundtrack was released. And also, Queen entered the chart in the UK. It had a lot of UK information, not necessarily US, but it entered the UK chart at number 4 back in 1984. Radio Gaga. Radio Goo Goo. Radio Gaga. It's all about the Goo Goo.
Streamweaver, welcome to the chat.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
And a great play on of an awesome song.
That's right.
Oh, what a great thing that
would have been cool, Salvatore.
I have the Charlie's Angels board game back there. Down and Out in Beverly Hills was released on. Good Lord, what didn't happen today? You know,
the Final Fantasy VII was released. What's going on? January 31st, right? What a day, huh?
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's wait till the end of the month. Jeez whiz. God.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know a little tragic thing happened. I mean, there's multiple tragic things, but you don't want to get into all that. But John Wetton from Asia and so many things long before that. I couldn't believe all the bands that guy was in. And I don't think it wasn't like Wetton was in and out of bands. Like it wasn't like, oh no, we don't want you now. I think it was just like he was an interim vocalist, bass player. I think he probably talked with a lot of these people and says, yeah, I'll help you out here. And then, we'll do that. And then, but I'm going to do this is what I'm going to do. And I don't know how it went, but he was in tons of things. I got a whole list. And there it is. There's the list. These are all the bands that he did. Before he got started, he was in the Corvettes, Palmer James Group, Tetrad, and Ginger Man. And then he got into Mogul Thrash. Then he was in Renaissance. Was with Gordon Haskell. He was in Family. He was with Larry Norman, who that's like a Christian artist. Then he was in King Crimson for a while. Then he was briefly with Roxy Music when they were without a bass player and while they were looking for one. And then Uriah Heep for a couple of years and did 2 records with them. One is one of my big favorites of theirs. And then he started a band called UK, which I've seen the album cover for that many times over the years and never knew it was John Wetton. Then he was in did Jackknife. He did a solo stuff. He did his first solo album in 81. Then he was in Wishbone Ash and then Asia. Boom. There it was. And then he did a band called Icon, which there was already another band called Icon. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But so many bands. I'm just like, wow. I mean, but it was what it was.
Also released today is the Mario vs. Donkey Kong demo on the Switch.
Woo!
It just hit right now.
Hot diggity.
The game comes out in the middle of February, but
I need to get my Switch over here.
I'm going to download that demo while we talk.
Yeah, buddy.
Check it out. There's 4 levels.
I started off really badly last night on I've been playing Rocket League right before I go to bed. And I got stuck with some bad teams right off the bat. But then we ended up on a winning team, and that's when we won, and I said, that's enough. Got to go to bed. Go down a winner. So
thank you. Your demo is on the way.
Fantastic.
I love that you can just download games and demos right from your phone. It goes right to your Switch.
Good girl.
So it'll be sitting there for me after the show's over.
Yeah. Well, I should do that. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Drew. It'll be fun to play.
Where are you? I don't know where it went.
There was something else I wanted to bring up. What was it? Let me think here. I think I wrote some stuff down.
Hey, do you guys watch any VTubers?
I don't.
Okay. I just watched a video from a VTuber.
And if you don't know, those are there's like a little cartoon character as the person, and instead of the actual person. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I like this one that I saw. Saboteur. Yeah, that's who I'm voting for. Go Chiefs. That's who I'm rooting for. But yeah, it was a really good cast though. It was about a strange time for Kiss when they were doing music from the Elder. And it was a big deep dive into that, and it was very well done. I just thought it was really cool. Yeah. But then I didn't know anything about the VTuber thing, and he had a little dissertation at the end where he talked about how it all, did that. So
Pierre just pre-ordered the Atari 400 Mini, and he received today a compendium of Atari 8-bit games, Volume 1.
Wow.
And a television fan getting into the Atari groove.
There you go.
Do I have that? I don't think I have that book. I have a lot of video game books. I don't think I have that one here. Let me see here. I'm going to look it up, see if I do have it. I don't think so, though. Atari 8-bit games.
Volume 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you recognize it?
No. There's 2 different ones here. Same title, completely different covers. I wonder what the deal is there. Oh, this one is currently unavailable. Too bad that had a cooler label or a cooler cover on it.
Chiefs gonna win. Back-to-back Super Bowl wins. Was a big fan of Kiss in their early days. I was a big Kiss fan in the early days too, but then I don't know. I was a big fan of the music of the 80s stuff too. I mean, I know what it was. I get what it was, but I mean, I don't know. I thought it kicked ass. Bruce Kulick, I thought really kicked ass with them. And Eric Carr stuff, and then Eric Singer. I mean, it's, Eric and Eric. It's the one with the Atari computers on the cover.
Yep, that's the one.
Where did you look that up?
Amazon.
Okay.
I don't see a volume 2. I guess there is no volume 2 yet.
Okay. I'm going to have to look that up myself. Huh.
Pierre is backing the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes is a great quarterback.
Yeah. I think, what do you think, Jeff? Or do you not care?
No, I don't care at all.
That's what I thought.
I won't even be watching, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said it's like I may have said this on the show last week. I'm not sure, but I was more excited about the playoff Sunday than I am about the Super Bowl. First of all, the games are earlier. They finish earlier than the Super Bowl, and there's 2 of them. So you basically get to figure out who's the best of each league. By the time it gets down to it, I'm just like, I don't care who wins of those 2 teams. I mean, of course, Kansas City, but I mean, I don't know. I was more excited about watching 2 different games that were going to end earlier than the Super Bowl will.
Yeah.
It
always sucks. Gotta go to work the next day too.
I know. I just like, oh, really? Okay. What happened to Super Bowl Saturday? Hell, Super Bowl Friday. That'd be really nice.
When is it? When is that?
When is the Super Bowl? It's a week from Sunday.
11th, the 11th?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I watched the Royal Rumble this weekend. There's another pay-per-view actually this this Sunday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been watching the old ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just remember how fun those old wrestlers were.
Let's see
I'm trying to think. Did it have something to do with originally it may have had something to do with college football back when the Super Bowl was like late January. Maybe some bowl games were going on. I don't know. I mean, it could just be because, when it started, that's when all the football games were. They're all on Sunday. Now they're kind of still mostly Sunday, but you have Thursday, of course, Monday.
Jeff, have you ever seen this book?
No.
It only gets 2 stars. There's only 1 review. I was disappointed with this book because it was not only thin, but they copied everything from Wikipedia. Even the sources in the back say Wikipedia. I was hoping for a thicker book with the history of the consoles and games, but what I got were pages that were photocopied straight from Wikipedia.
That's hilarious.
How the hell's that happen?
Well, he suckered him into buying it. Sucker.
That's a dick move. That's an asshole move. I'm sorry. I'm a dick.
Let's read some of my books. I just went on. I remember Silly mentioned to me that there's a really cool UFO story about Cape Girardeau.
Oh,
the craft crashed and they recovered some bodies, and but then she was telling me that somebody was telling her about something similar happened in I don't know if it was a crash, maybe it was just sightings in Piedmont, Missouri. I was like, really? I've never even heard of that. And then I just looked it up. There's a 50th anniversary of the Southeast Missouri Ozarks UFO flap from in Piedmont, Clearwater Lake, Farmington, Wayne County. That Wayne County, the singer, he ended up being Jane County. Had a sex change.
No.
Yep.
Wow. That happened with the drummer of Rhino Bucket. And they did an album with her after that too. But then they were out. I mean, that's got to be I don't know. Rhino Bucket's I don't know.
Salvatore wrong.
Why? Not aliens. They are humanoids from the future.
Yeah, that'd be so boring.
Yeah. No, we're just humans from the future. Ah, shit. Slam the door. Get out of here.
Especially if they're from here. I mean, it's like big deal. I go out of the room for 5 minutes, come back to here. He had a sex change, and I thought,
what?
What the?
See what happens, Pete? You go away and just things go off the rails. That's just how it goes.
Somebody cheated on their homework, was able to get a book published. That's right. Pete, there's a lot going on. You can't leave for 5 minutes. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's a lot of things happen in 5 minutes around here with no.
Take
no
your
topic.
phone into the bathroom, Pete. It'll be fine.
I like how Pete described our shows too last night on his show. They don't have topics. They just, you never know where it's going to go. Sorry to disappoint you. Aliens.
That's even worse.
Inside the Earth.
That's even worse if the aliens would just be Earthlings.
They just live underground.
Yeah, I've heard so many different theories. I've heard that one too. That's my least favorite theory. It just sounds boring.
Yeah. Yeah, because it just destroys the idea that there's other life out there. In my belief, why would the good Lord just put things just here?
Pete's brother arrived just to tell Pete he still doesn't want to come on the show.
Yep. Hey, I'm just telling you, I'm stopping by.
I don't
I'll
even
let
have
you know
anything
I'm
this
not
week. I
gonna
just wanted
go.
to remind you, I don't want to go on that show.
Just in case you were sitting there wondering, I'm going to come here
Oh man.
and tell you that I don't want to do that.
Oh, by the way, we were talking Atari earlier.
Yes.
Anyone who has not gotten any champ games for the Atari 2600, man, go grab them. I was just playing some last night. They're unbelievable. For the most part, I think most of them, if not all, are like ports of arcade games.
Wow.
But they're fantastic. They're Ladybug, perfect. Galaga is crazy.
Yeah, Pete had a physical copy of that Ladybug last night, right?
Yeah. He would be hooked if you watch more. Wait a minute. Has he watched some? Is that what you're saying, Pete? Or did you just have it on when he was there and he kind of glanced over and then he said, I got to go?
Topics. That was hilarious when you both were guests on. Yes.
And we were never asked to be on again.
Topics.
That was our one and only on Mike's show. We haven't been asked back.
There's a reason for this.
Just knock something down. I think I knocked down my Game Station Pro controller.
Oh, wow.
That's right. I think it'll work right anyway.
Maybe you fixed it.
Yeah.
Whoops. It's always those little that's the happy accident. It didn't work. You knock it over. It works.
Yeah. Ugh. Where the heck did it go?
I did need to ask Pete though about next week. Pete, what are you doing next week? Missouri Ozarks probably was a hairy Sasquatch roaming around too.
Probably. There's a lot roaming around in the Ozarks here.
I'd hate to see a bald Sasquatch walking around.
You're liable to see Sasquatch in the Ozarks or Yakov Smirnoff.
Sasquatch smells bad.
I bet they do.
They have to. That's. I'm Are you working? Oh man. Okay, because we got to get that. I forgot. I got to get that figured out because there's a show over there in Illinois.
There is a.
You're working next Wednesday night, Pete? Is that right?
What's that?
I was asking Pete if he's working Wednesday night. So anyway, go ahead, Jeff.
Is that what he said when he said I'm working?
Well, he said he's working next Wednesday, but I mean, is that during the day or are you working at night? Could you not come in and be in my spot? They didn't get to be Arthur our death match. Hey, Roger. We are doing very well. Oh, you're around? Okay, can you sit in for me then?
He's already sitting in. Look at him.
What do you mean, can you? He's here right now.
All right, Pete, we need you to leave. There we go.
Time out. More cackle and Yakov Smirnoff references.
Yeah, you don't get too many Yakov references anymore. Poor guy. What? Oh, I was gonna say there is a Bigfoot legend in Missouri. Matter of fact, the monster is referred to as Momo the Monster. I guess for Missouri, Momo the Monster, which also was a ride at Six Flags in the 70s.
That's right.
80s. Momo the Monster. It's kind of like a scramble one, except it was more like a black octopus with the little cars 2 people could sit in. And
right.
It would go around and kind of go up and down. I don't know what it had to do with Sasquatch, but it looked more like an octopus.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Wait, what? What's going on, Pete?
Like he kicked him out.
I didn't kick him out. He kicked himself out.
I know. That's what I mean. I'm just like, wait, he's kicking himself.
Oh, he's back. Oh, no, he's gone again. Mothman. Yes, I want to believe, Salvatore.
Oh. I've never watched that movie. I've meant to, and I haven't.
The Mothman story is pretty cool because it went on for a while.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of witnesses that I don't know. That's one of those weird things. It's kind of like ghosts, where if you're in your house and you see a ghost walking through, you don't care what anyone else is going to tell you. You know there's ghosts because you saw it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah, it's one of those things like Mothman. It's like, well, I didn't see it. I know there's lots of people claim they did back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends. If I knew someone who they told me a story about it and they were like terrified by it, then I'd probably believe it happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had that happen with ghosts where someone was talking to me about what they saw, and they were still upset over it because of what they saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mitch Hedberg had that joke. I think Bigfoot is blurry. There is a large out of focus monster roaming the countryside. The Jersey Devil. Which name do you prefer? Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, Abominable Snowman? They are the same, just in different parts of the world.
Yeah, they're the same. I just like Bigfoot. Bigfoot's kind of cool. Yeah. Sasquatch is a cool name, but
I like Yeti.
Yeah, Yeti's pretty good.
You know,
they had really expensive coolers too.
Yeah, yeah, I'm into that. Oof. Ooh, how much do you want to pay to put your coffee in that cup? I paid it. I mean, it was on sale.
I did watch a show about Bigfoot where they took, that famous footage of Bigfoot with like the long arms that they used in Elf. Remember when Buddy was walking?
Yeah, I love that.
And they were going in detail. They had some video experts enhance it, and it was really interesting. And these guys concluded that it was not a guy in a suit, even though I think somebody claims they were a guy in a suit. But they're saying no, that it was real. I don't know. Well, it's like the crop circle guys. I remember watching on 60 Minutes like in the 70s or 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Bob and Dave or something? And these two old guys said that they were doing the crop circles. And everyone just believed it. And I was like, wait a minute. These are just two old guys out in a field. You think they're doing all these crop circles? I was like, I don't know what they are. They could just be people all around the world doing it. But I know these two guys didn't do it. That's what I know.
They went on a big crop flattening tour.
I do know there's a group called I think Circle Makers. They would go and they would make their own crop circles, and sometimes those get confused with other ones.
Wow.
Speaking of Bigfoot, do you remember that movie Harry and the Hendersons? I remember of it. I never saw it though.
I hated it toward the end where they were like, where Lithgow had to be all mean.
Yeah, I was messing with Sasquatch commercials are pretty funny. Yes, it was Bob and Doug McKenzie.
And Doug. Not to be confused with. Yeah, it was Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Hey, JD's here. What's going on?
What's up, buddy? Wanted to say hey, a quick hey. Exhausted from the trip. He went to NAMM, and I wanted to be there. So wanted to tell you, I went to Hollywood Funko Pop store with 40,000 square feet. Wow. Wow.
And what Funkos did you get?
Yeah, did you get any? Did you get any from me?
Kurt, that show was called In Search Of, and it was the best. I love that.
Yeah, In Search Of, yeah.
Still my favorite episode is the one about Coral Castle in Florida.
It was Doug and Dave. Doug and Dave. Not Bob and Doug McKenzie. That sounds awesome. with the box that just says Star Wars whiny bitch on it. Is that what it is? This is Kylo Ren. No, it's Star Wars whiny bitch.
My son is smoking chicken wings, and they just brought me 2. And these are delicious.
Oh, dude, we got to see them. Can you show me one?
I just don't want to eat on.
I know. Oh, look at that.
Oh, here you go.
God,
look how beautiful it is.
That looks gorgeous. Nice and crispy on the outside.
Very crispy.
I just had a couple of wings, but I didn't get to smoke them. I need to get a smoker. I need to get a smoker. I don't know why I thought saying that in a different voice would be fun. No. Had no way to transport them back safely. Almost bought a few Hendrix ones. I have a Hendrix one up there. What? One's limited edition. Last day they lost license. Wow. Interesting. We're currently in search of Jeff's camera. Oh man. Yeah. Yep. We miss you, man. Hopefully
I didn't know they had a Funko Pop store out there. I know they've got that big one in was it Seattle? Not Seattle. Well, maybe it is Seattle. I don't know. I think it's in Washington, maybe Oregon, wherever Funko Pop is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have gone out there. I've been wanting to go out there for the last few years, but January creeps up on me, and then it's like, no, I haven't made any flight plans or anything like that. So, but I'm eager to get out there with a friend of mine, and just hang out. Although JD told me that there aren't as many. Some of the companies, manufacturers don't go out there anymore. We found Funko Store by accident. We were at Amoeba Music. It's across the street. Is Amoeba Music? Is it a music shop, or is it a vinyl and music and stuff like that, or is it a guitar shop? I'm assuming it's a guitar shop. Funko Pop store out here, but in a bad tourist trap neighborhood.
If I ever make my way out to LA, we'll go to a Shakey's Pizza together.
Bitchin'. Yeah. Yeah, I loved the NAMM show. I got some great little stories from there that I'll have to share on my show. But it was neat. I mean, it's really amazing the people that you meet out there. I'll still never forget being at that show helped me meet all the guitar players from Scorpions, because I met Matthias and Rudolph here, and then I met Rudolph's brother Michael at the NAMM show. Then one of the last ones I went to, probably 2008, 2009, I met with Uli Roth. So that was really cool. And I'm like, now I've met all of their guitar players, because I thought, never meet Uli Roth. And he's a little guy.
Little tiny guy.
Not very tall. But when you look at those records, man, like they're walking across the street in Japan, and you're like, wow, those dudes are tall and lanky. No.
Has anyone seen the Richard Simmons little short starring Pauly Shore?
I've seen his little shorts.
Well, now Pauly Shore's in his little shorts and pretending to be him. And this, I don't know if that's it, 'cause I heard he was going to portray Richard Simmons in I thought they said a movie, but what I saw was, because there's a trailer, but then there was maybe 6 minutes or so. It was just a little short. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah, what the hell's Pauly Shore been doing?
I don't know. Now he's pretending to be Richard Simmons.
I mean, that's kind of the weird part, when you're like, I haven't heard spit about them for decades, and then they're doing something. And you're like, okay, so let's somehow thread this together. Doing, stop, and then
All right, so Lance said it is a movie. So what I saw, I don't know what I saw then. It was because there's a trailer, and then there's this thing. It's a few minutes long, and then I guess
Roger
there's a
says
movie
he's
too.
been in rehab.
I think he's just taking a guess, an educated guess. Pauly Shore has been doing some YouTube.
Huh. Like,
yes, LA is the land of shakies now, JD.
Wow. The land, taking out to the land of shakies. Wow, there's a lot happening here. They still have shakies. Damn, would have hit that. We did Gene Simmons. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah, we have a Rock and Brews here. 2 floors, possibly 3. I went there in 2018. I saw Uli perform at the observatory one year during NAMM. Yeah, he's just incredible. Wow. Rehab.
Wow,
I still love that picture. I still love that picture. But they wouldn't let me use the bathroom.
Why's that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, why? That's. Oh, here. Okay, so it's a huge vinyl pop culture music. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to go for a run with my friend tomorrow. I'm going to pick her up, and we're going to go down to Euclid Records tomorrow and see what they've got. They just got a turntable at their house, and I picked her up for Christmas. I picked up an album that she had gotten from her dad, so I was glad they got a turntable so she could listen to it. King's X, John 5, Last in Line this year, all killer shows. Yeah, it's amazing. A local TV news promoting the film. They have been showing clips only right now. Loved Shakey's back in the day. We lost ours back in the late 90s, I think. Yeah. Yeah, they're good. Good stuff. Good.
It's the first place I ever played an arcade game.
Really?
Yeah, back in the 70s.
I wonder when the first time was I played one. I don't know. I used to play a lot at our local dairy because that's where they had New York, and Asteroids, and a real hot gal that used to work there. So that didn't hurt. I'd show up there all the time to play the game, of course.
Play the game.
Yep. Although helping her get her car hood unjammed, and probably responsible for giving me my hernia was something I felt I had to do, I suppose. She'd gotten in a mild accident, banged the hood. They couldn't get the hood up. So I got a screwdriver in there and got it out of there.
I don't know anything about Shakey's potatoes. Is that something they had in the 70s? All I remember them having is pizza back in the 70s.
Yeah.
All I remember.
I mean, because what is it? It's pizza. Is it Pizza Barn or Pizza Barn? I think, they have chicken and pizza, I like it. I like pizza buffets. Do you like pizza buffets, Jeff? Does anybody out there like pizza buffets?
I don't know. They used to have, what's it? Pizza Hut used to have some here.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. I used to go to the Pizza Hut one. It was good. And then I'd always sweet talk them at the front counter. I'd sweet talk them into giving me a little cup of the frosting so you could get those cinnamon the cinnamon stick stuff. Oh man, I love that. Nothing like pizza crust with butter and cinnamon and sugar all over it and frosting. Potato slices. They called them spuds here.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But I mean, I was a little kid and we just went over pizza, so who knows?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're not thinking about all that. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, when you go and you do those buffets, then you're like, oh, I'm not eating the crust because I want to eat more pizza. I like the Pizza Hut buffets. Yeah. 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 They were pretty good. I always liked, and again, those doggone dessert pizzas, because I get a sweet tooth after I've eaten. I got to have dessert. In the 90s, a group of us went to Shakey's in Long Beach for all you could eat. Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah. Pantera still have a pizza bar?
Really?
Out there in O'Fallon? Or where? The only Panteras I know is the one that's kind of just a carryout that's in North County. And then the one out in O'Fallon. In O'Fallon, Missouri. So Panteras still have a pizza bar. I know there's a pizza something out there by Cottleville.
Remember how popular Panteras was? They had commercials and everything here.
Absolutely. Yeah, Noble Romans and Panteras. Did they have Godfathers was down here too, right?
Not that I remember.
Oh, okay. Edwardsville has one. Okay. Where is that from the Wildy, I wonder? Where I'm going next week. Did anyone get my Spaceballs Pizza, the Hut reference? I know I didn't because I wouldn't want to get that. Yeah. I don't know why I read that totally different. And I'm like, I haven't seen that. And I'm like, oh yeah, we did see that. We were just talking about that. Do they have Cowboys from Hell Pizza? Panteras. That's good. That's real good. That took me a second. I'm not sure why I didn't get that right away.
When I hear Panteras, I think of Ken Patera, the wrestler.
Oh, it's all relative, right? Pizza the Hut. There you go. That's great. Panteras.
Remember their slogan? What a hunk.
What?
There was a girl in my class in grade school. Her mom wouldn't let her wear the Panteras What a Hunk t-shirt because it was too risque. I'm like, oh boy.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I have that, I have that rock and roll shirt back there. I'll wear it next week. I have that rock and roll shirt back there with all the different logos on it, from Whitesnake to Guns N' Roses and Deep Purple, and it's got Pearl Jam on it. But I'm like, really, Pearl Jam? Okay. But anyway, it's got the Guns N' Roses logo on it. So I was going to wear it to school because it was wear your favorite band at school, So I was going to throw that on, and then I saw the Guns N' Roses logo, and I'm like, I better not. It's got guns on it, Well, I get to school, and here's one of my coworkers with her full-on Guns N' Roses t-shirt on with the two guns on it and everything. I'm like, I was going to wear my shirt that's got that. She's like, I don't care.
So they're Panteras.
Yeah.
Home of the hunk.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Sounds familiar now, though. Go past the Wildy and turn left on 157. Then go a mile. It's on the left in a strip mall. I mean, I come in on 157, right? I think that's how I get there because I used to play right across the parking lot from the Wildy.
Salvatore, you need to go to Papa Pete's Pizza and take your picture right in front of the sign.
Godfathers, you didn't ever care for it except the taco pizza. Do you like taco pizzas, Jeff?
No, not really. Mm-mm. I like tacos and I like pizzas,
but I don't like taco pizzas.
I think they should kind of stay separate.
Yeah, you guys just stay in your lane. I haven't tried it yet, but there's a Papa Pete's Pizza about 30 minutes drive from here. I want to check it out. Salvatore, I forgot where Salvatore is. Do you remember?
Yeah, he's in Portland, I believe, because I think he lives right down the street from PRG, wherever they have it at.
I ate at Cantor's Deli in LA, was awesome, and also kind of the birthplace of GNR. Wow. As well as the Reunited band. Bitchin'. JD, give me a quick answer on this. Will you join me on my show soon to talk about NAMM? Pizza has stopped doing deliveries and is closing locations. California has raised minimum wage again, over $20 per hour in some counties. Restaurants are closing and jobs are being cut. Shit.
Jeez.
Well, what good is that?
Well, hey, Hasselhoff.
More fast food places, McDonald's, Taco Bell, are using computers. Yeah, place walk-in orders instead of employees. Well, that's like I was saying. What's up, Hasselhoff? Germans still love you.
Slappy.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Okay, how do I read this? What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Ah, did I do it right that time?
I think so.
Mark Cantor went to school with Slash and Adler, I believe. Wow. I met Steve Adler out in Vegas. Yes, I want to see that photo too, Senator. Tell him.
Pete, they should give you a discount since you're also a Papa Pete.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you need to be like out in the parking lot under the sign with a piece of pizza in your hand. Yeah. Just hang out. Just hang out long enough and somebody will get you.
Hey, Cyrus, what's going on? Super Mega Graphics 64.
I love it.
You ready for bowling tomorrow, Cyrus?
That was bowling. Bowling.
Bowling.
Tomorrow's my Friday, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, it is, because I need it. I wouldn't expect a discount, but I'd have to record.
And you got to wear your Papa Pete shirt in there, Pete.
Definitely. And then everybody there needs to wear one. Especially the one with you flipping everybody off.
Cyrus is ready for tomorrow. Have you been practicing? Sounds like you have.
Oh, I'm ready. No, that's who I was thinking of. Cyrus. That's who it was.
Yeah, not Ferb.
A great voice. I really enjoyed when Cyrus chimed in on something. I was like, man, I really dig that voice. That's a great, I don't know. It was just cool. I don't know.
It's a good voice.
It is a good voice. Yeah, cool. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I just want to Big Lebowski time. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of want to do it as soon as possible, but we'll get to it. Bowling League is fantastic. It is that was a lot of fun watching that last week.
I'll be dipping chalk-covered strawberries for Valentine's. Be the best sale. You talking about at Deerberg's, Kurt? Is Merb still around? We used to always get Merb's chalk-covered strawberries. The one by us closed down. I don't know if they're all closed or just that one.
Tomorrow's my Friday too. Yay! What am I going to do? Catch up on the work that's backed up. Day off. I think not. I hear you. All it means is that I sleep in. That's pretty much it. Then I'm up and too much shit to do.
This channel needs more cackle.
You just need to record her doing that, and then we just have it. Just make it keystroke number 8.
Kind of like this.
Exactly. Exactly. But it'd be like 5 times the length. That's what she said.
All right. JD's out of here.
See you, buddy. Thanks again. We'll chat. We'll chat. And I still have a package that's going to be coming your way. Jeez, I still got a package that's still coming your way. That's terrible. Boo on Stu. He know like he's Spaceballs. Well, you know, is it boo on me or boo on them? I mean, it's not a good movie, so it's just, I don't know. Slappy, I don't like disagreeing with you on that. So that's not my purpose. I don't want to do that. I do that to Pete enough, right? And it's just a good thing. Pete and I have so much love for each other because it's like, I don't think 2 people could exist together given how much shit we give each other on that stuff. We also carry chocolate strawberries in a box. So what is that? You triple dip it? You double dip the chip. One of my all-time favorites.
What's up with that? Because Deerbergs used to carry Merb's chocolate covered strawberries, and then they stopped. So I guess they stopped to make their own.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of I don't know. Is it okay to ask? What kind of chocolate do they use? I mean, you can always dip your own, right?
Yeah.
You know. But not anymore. Yeah, that's rough.
Anymore.
That's rough. Not anymore.
Uh-huh.
It's made by Chocolate Company. Oh, okay. So it's the chocolate. That's so Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
From chocolate candy store.
That's a lot of chocolate.
That's so much chocolate. How much chocolate? Chocolate. Oh man. So yeah, next week we're gonna be VTubing. So no, I'm just kidding. Jeff, if you were to VTube, what kind of avatar would you have? I mean, you're an artist. You could come up with your own.
Yeah.
As could I.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of fun. We should do a show like that.
Yeah. There's one out there in Chesterfield. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I'm picking that up, Lance.
I'd be really worried about you if you weren't picking up on that.
That's right. That's right. She does make her own chocolate covered strawberries.
I could see that. Hint, hint. What do you mean? Hint, hint. What? Poor me.
Isn't it better to make your own?
It is. Unless you've got Kurt making them. Just saying. You got a professional that you trust. It's one of the reasons I don't like going to fast food joints anymore. I just don't know if I can trust them. Feel my pain, yo. We could feel your pain if you had a cackle or 2 for us. Maybe that would help.
So how many people in the chat do we have from St. Louis? Kurt and Benville, right? He's usually on Thursdays. Is there anyone else? I can't think of. I'm thinking we should do the very first gogamego con, and we'll just have us and them. We'll go to a bar, like 2 plumbers or something, and hang out for a couple hours.
And two plumbers is where we went, right? Out there.
And there's other places we could go to.
Somebody that I was talking to, or Christine was mentioning, was they were having something there. I'm like, I think that's where Jeff and Celia and I went. So I do cheese fondues every year for the Super Bowl.
Nice.
One year, my daughter also did chocolate fondue.
Sounds like a pretty good time there, Salvatore.
And a mess.
Come by my store and I'll make sure you get the best chocolate covered strawberries you ever had.
Okay. We need an address. We need an address. Oh yeah. What? So do you just do like regular cheese fondue, or do you do something in it? Is a like a what's the rotel? Do you do like a rotel fondue?
That sounds very fancy, Salvatore, for
It
Super Bowl.
does. It's kind of a bougie Super Bowl. Kurt, I'm there. You at the pear store? I doubt that.
Isn't Kurt? Aren't you on the Illinois
Mm-hmm.
side?
Yeah, he's north of where you both used to live.
No.
I think that's a trip that you guys ended up meeting there, and because you both lived right there.
I'm trying to think. I heard of some new place that just opened up in Alton.
Oh,
I think it might be a game place, like a bar gaming area. I remember right.
okay.
I'll have to look that up. Fast
like
Eddie's. Yeah, I think this new place is by Fast Eddie's. Lance.
I like the I like the Two Plumbers place, but I'd still like to end up going to one where you just pay and play.
Well, this was a bar with an arcade, because they said if you get like food and drinks, then the games are free, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, coldest beer in town at Fast Eddie's.
Yeah, they used to advertise that, and also I think the biggest shrimp in town.
Oh, at the Edwardsville store. All right. Well, okay. I'll be over there next week.
Kurt, do you just make those during like close to Valentine's Day, or do you make them all year round?
Who was it? Was it Kurt? I guess was saying that there's a chicken place by the Fast Eddie's now. Did you do a stint at the DePere store? DePere is fancy.
Yeah, that's the double-decker store.
Oh yeah.
On the weekends, they have a band playing upstairs.
Yes. My friend played guitar there. They had large shrimp and 20-ounce tall boy beers.
Oh, yes, they do, Lance.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Lance, too bad we didn't know you back then. That'd been awesome.
That would have been cool.
Because now you don't come out this way.
What year was that? Mike Castle was nearby. Just for Valentine's Day, but we will do special orders. They don't upset you. Special orders don't upset Kurt. Okay. Yeah. Jeff, we used to go to Fast Eddie's. We'd go there a couple.
Yeah, I haven't been there a ton in my life. I mean, I'm sure less than 10 times probably, but
I think it was like group of journal people used to go there.
Kurt Bradshaw, I love the pear store. It's got, and he's
wait for it.
Come on, Kurt, finish. He sucked us in.
This is like the end of the show with Pete.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're still waiting. So you just you also did another the play date video. Didn't you?
Yeah. It was a cool puzzle game.
Yeah. Oh my God, please let me see every kernel in your mouth and hear you crunching. Okay. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me crunching?
Yes, we can.
The whiff of. Wait.
Yeah.
AI Cacklebot installed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I just aim to thank you, Pete, for pointing out that I am here to please. I'm just here to give the people what they want. Sometimes maybe what they don't want, but maybe they just don't know they don't like it. Trust me, you don't have to be intentional. It's there. Yeah, but
I don't know why I'm really sleepy tonight. I'm tired.
Yeah, I was sleepy today. I don't know. I already mentioned it, I guess, didn't I? I was yawning like crazy.
Oh, wow. The Deerbergs in the Ozarks overlooks the lake and has a restaurant upstairs. Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Especially when the people, yes, exactly. There you go.
There you go. 2002, race at Godfrey, Illinois. That's right by Alton.
Yeah.
Had a big party at Fast Eddie's. Local ESPN radio was broadcasting. Oh, wow. We only missed you by 22 years, Lance.
Missed it by that much.
He's tired. He wants to go to bed.
Well, what the hell?
This is the show you listen to when you want to fall asleep.
See, even it's starting to affect us. Don't they have an escalator for the carts? It's been a.
Pete's had a horrible day. That's not good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Escalator at Deerberg's. I don't think they did. I know they did at the Target in on Hampton. They got an escalator.
Have you been to a Menards with their escalator?
No.
It's magnetized.
So
that when you get on there with a cart, your cart won't go anywhere. It's magnetized to the belt. Because it's not a true escalator. It's like a conveyor belt thing, but it's magnetized. So when you get on there, boop, there go. You just hands free, your cart goes.
So no hijinks.
And it's not Scooby-Doo physics.
Now at Chinook's, our grocery, they have these things on the wheels now where if you don't pay, you just try to push it out, the door won't open. And it was funny. I didn't even notice this. And as I was going in a couple weeks ago, there was a guy. He was stuck there at the door. He couldn't get out. And I was like, well, that's weird. Oh, what's going on there? Then I went and got my cart, and I noticed the big thing on the wheel and a sign on the cart. I was like, geez, they getting ripped off that badly?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I mean, maybe you do, but no, it's been a minute since I've been grocery shopping. Wow. The pair of Deerberg
all the time.
Garage to the store. Yeah. Yeah, I do most of the shopping around here too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I have a friend of mine that works retail. She has a second job where she works for one of these what are those new stores at home? She works at one of those. And I shit you not. She tells me that people just take the cart and they'll walk out.
Jeez.
And she can't do anything about it.
Stuck in St. Louis out on the highway during 106 degree out. Oh God. And humid. Yes, the humidity.
God, the humidity.
Arizona's got that dry heat. We got this wet
heat. I made a joke about that recently when I was talking to Tim Gaines. I was like, but it's a dry heat. He's like, it's hot out here.
The humidity here in the summertime is unbelievable. I mean, you might as well just...
I hate it.
Wet a comforter with some hot water and throw it on top of you. It's about the same thing. I mean, it just really saps the energy right out of you. You just go outside for about 10 minutes. Like, I can't take it anymore.
Well, like I say, Dollar Tree by me has poles in their cart. Yes, only a cashier can remove.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the bumper cars of the amusement park with no sparks. That is a problem here too, Stu. Yeah, everywhere. Derelicts fill the cart and bolt out the door at a walking pace, knowing that there's nothing that they can do about it. It is horrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just like, well, why do you think? I don't know. Do people really just never get told that that's a way to screw the system
Yeah.
for people, for everybody else? You do realize they're going to raise prices because of what you're doing.
I Well, I'm
Yeah.
wondering if it's gone up in the last few years because I mean, it's been tough for a lot of people financially. So yeah, sometimes it's so humid you can't breathe. Yeah, sometimes it is hard to breathe outside during the summer.
Yeah. I know I've come home from work when it's humid and hot here, and then I'll it'll be a Thursday when I'm going to go see my friend. And so I'll come home, and I've already been up and down the hallways and, whatever, and I'm sweat. So I get cleaned up. And then just between the house and the car, I'll just start getting damp. And I'm like, ew. So I'll just show up. And I'm like, no hugs right now. I don't want to disgust you because I just walked from the car to the door. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. They'll raise prices regardless. You're right, Drew. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. There's 2 locusts coming out this year.
Wow.
I think the first time is it from the 1800s. It's crazy. It's like these 2 particular. I think they call them broods. They're coming out at the same time. The first time in a long time. Holy smokes! When you get more than one of them out during the summer.
Yep.
There were 2 summers. It was 94, and then there was like 2012 or something, where
God,
we had 2 or 3 groups of cicadas out, and yeah, you can't even hear outside. They're so loud. You can't hear people next to you, and it was so bad. Remember, I'd get in my car to go to work, and there'd be one that would just like fly in with me, or like, you got to get out of here. I don't want you like a dive bomb in my head when I'm on the highway.
Yeah, that's no shit.
Dude walked out with a flat card with 3 65-inch
4Ks at Walmart.
Oh my God.
Recently, a lady filled her cart at Target with 100 of those Stanley drinking tumbler cups. Was arrested, and her car had over 200 of those cups in it.
Holy smokes.
Why? When I worked at Gray Bar, we sponsored Kenny Wallace. We got
that's
to design.
right. I do remember that. That was cool.
I designed some mini Grand Prix cars for Save a Lot. I did that for a few years.
I wonder, is anyone watching? Is anyone watching not have cicadas in their area? Or
do you want to go spend some time there while we get our?
No, I would assume most people have them. But I always kind of like to hear them at summertime. You can hear them. They're all in rhythm together. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Not a big fan of when there's 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 groups out there that are flying around nonstop.
Yeah,
I could do without that.
Yeah, I'd probably, Drew, that's probably something I would say if I was working retail and somebody was doing that. I'm like, whoa. What do you think this is, a game show? Come on.
Yeah, even Papa Pete has cicadas. Do grasshoppers count? No, completely different.
No. Old Herm. What is Old Herm?
I feel like a rock concert of cicadas. Yeah.
Little pyrotechnics. Boo, boo.
I do like the way they leave their like little outside skeleton thing, like attached to a tree or something.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, then so I have to find this now.
Herm is Kenny Wallace's nickname.
That's what I was wondering. I thought, well, is that what Kenny Wallace's name is? So
no, Salvatore says no locusts up there, no cicadas in the northwest. How about that?
Wow.
Yes, they're exoskeleton. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. The Alma.
That's a good point. I wonder how many cicadas we lost during that 93 flood. Because they're all underground. You think they would have flooded out a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're still pretty strong.
Oh, there it is.
Pete with a shot. No locusts in Portland. I guess that's appropriate because they have every other problem.
Damn.
If Buddy Holly kept himself alive, he may have been backed by the cicadas. That's right.
Oh, wow. That's good. There you go.
No, there was one once Buddy Holly and the Cricket song that when they were recording, there was actually a cricket in the studio with them. And at the very end, when the music was going down, you can hear the cricket make noise like a couple times. And they just left it in there because like, that were the crickets. It's perfect.
Yep.
And it was right on time too with the beat. It was awesome. That's
the way the Lord intended.
Not here in the city, but they do in the wooded areas around you. So which was I could list those problems, but the show is only an hour and a half long. Buddy Holly's the ultimate dive. Yeah. Drew, Buddy Holly is my favorite singer, musician of all time. Love him.
It's Oh Boy.
Oh Boy.
Oh Boy had that at the end. And then what was I doing? I was getting a picture. How do you spell that? How do you spell cicada?
It's weird. It's like Cicaeda. I don't know. It's bizarre. Hopefully your phone will autocorrect you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, here, let's see if I can get this in here.
Yeah. Drew, Buddy Holly is the best, man.
Yep.
I was rocking, man. I had a friend who went to lunch at work, and he listens to a lot of old music, a lot of obscure stuff, and he turned his car on, and it was a Buddy Holly song, but it wasn't a Buddy Holly song ever on the radio. It was like something recorded, and I don't think it was ever released, but I had heard it, and as soon as it came on, I was like, "Oh, Buddy Holly," and the guy's like, "What? How do you know that?" Yeah, in '98 when we moved, there was at least 2 broods, maybe even a third. I can't remember. That was when they were just streaming back and forth. We could see them as we were moving. We couldn't hear each other talk.
Wow, they were
weird. Coming into the house because you got to hold the door open to bring in the furniture.
Right.
They were just coming right on in. We were knocking them right back out. It was a battle.
Oh, okay.
Salvatore. I've never been out there. I don't know that area at all. My nephew's out there though. He seems to like it. Wow, you get the cicadas so bad they had to shut down an amusement park. Yeah, I remember the last time we had it, going into like a Steak and Shake, and they just had some cicadas just there at the beginning, just kind of laying around.
Sorry.
It got to the point there's just so many cicadas in it, they just didn't care anymore.
So I get for
my West Alton, Missouri got flooded last in 2019. My house is elevated, so I got no water in my house, but it was the second largest flood after 93. Wow. That is good.
There you go.
Kurt, that you avoided.
Yeah,
they were dive bombing us. They're coming after us.
Yeah, I just think that's wild to just have that split down the back.
Their escape hatch.
Yeah, I
can just see him like kind of bulking up like a Hulk Hogan, flexing, and then
it's a good out.
I've never seen one leave its little exoskeleton. I've never seen them.
No.
I'd love to see that though.
I mean, it's just trippy that the whole thing just gets left.
People were making cicada milkshake. I do remember that. It was so disgusting.
What?
Does Paul McCartney still own the Buddy Holly catalog? You know, I saw his wife do an interview. It was like down a Buddy Holly rabbit hole on YouTube, and she was talking about the day she met him. It was a really interesting story. Oh, I don't like mosquitoes at all.
No.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not an etymologist. My friend had to buy a boat so he could get to work in 2019.
Classic. There. What if this had cicadas on that pizza there?
That poor guy.
Cicadas.
Cicada milkshakes, pure protein. It'd sell in California.
Oh God.
Lance, is that true? Would cicada milkshake sell in California?
3 out of 4 Californians say yes. That's disgusting.
I was watching a show about Vietnam, like restaurants current day.
Yeah.
And there's still people there that still eat bugs in their meals.
Yeah.
Different meals with the bugs. And they said it goes back to the Vietnam War when people were forced out of their villages. They had to live in the woods. And they had nothing to eat. So they turned to making turned to bugs to eat them for different meals. And I guess some people were like that for a long time, and it just stuck, and it just carried over.
Those are the kind of people that watch The Lion King, and they're not disgusted in that one scene. Oh, that looks good.
Lance said yes, they would drink cicada milkshakes in Northern California.
Yes, I have seen the Snowpiercer movie. You mean the sequel to Willy Wonka?
Snowpiercer, is that the one where they're on a train with a big wedge and it's just smashing through all the ice?
Yeah, and they eat those blocks of gelled protein.
JW, that's right. A cicada. He's imagining a cicada episode of Three's Company. Yeah, they always left their door open.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they would leave, like all 3 of them would leave, and they leave the door open. It's like, what?
Do you ever watch shows like that? I mean,
it just drives me crazy. It's like, can't you just tell one of the actors, hey, last one out, just close the door?
Shouldn't you have closed the door?
Make it look like it's not a TV show.
Just drives me nuts.
People still pay top dollar to eat snails.
No, thank you. Yeah, right. There's a whole video out there about that, which I just thought that was great. Just so many interesting things that point in that direction. The candy store in Mid Rivers Mall in St. Peter's sells bug candy, lollipop, and hard candy. Not to this guy.
Groach. Not eating that.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is not going to eat that stuff? This guy. I love snails the first few times I had them, but then I realized if you put butter, garlic, and button mushroom on a turd, it'd probably taste good.
There's only one way to find out, Pete.
Put it on Rise of Skywalker, see if it helps.
Yes, it was San Diego, I believe.
San Diego. It's like on the 70s to 90s on TV, people undressed in front of windows with curtains open. Yeah. It's like a Peeper's Wonderland. It's just, I don't know, some of the things that they do. Oh, no, it's Santa Monica.
Santa Monica. Oh, how about that? Why did I think it was San Diego? Maybe because was that the San Diego Zoo in the opening later on the show? I don't know if that was San Diego Zoo or not, but maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Like in Rear Window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a thrill every time you see that start up with Gene Wilder as he's putting on his goggles and Young Frankenstein, and there's the commercial with Uncontrollable Urge.
Great. That was the Los Angeles Zoo.
Oh.
John Ritter's son was a Janet. Interesting.
Huh. Wow. Snails are tasty. We had them at John Minio's. I can't do it. Mm-mm.
Oh, by the way, a friend of the show, Bar.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bar is going through a medical procedure on Monday.
Okay.
So any good thoughts you can send Bar, please do that. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Well, all right.
Drew, yes, Devo.
Devo rocks.
I love Buddy Holly and Devo.
Yeah. I'd like to hear Devo do a Buddy Holly tune.
Yeah, that would be good.
Mm-hmm. Just like when the Knack did Buddy Holly tunes.
Yeah, they did Heartbeat.
There we go. Good thoughts coming.
Yep. Our zoo is very cool, Kurt. It's pretty neat. And you can get through the most part of it for free, which is awesome. They do some pay areas, but hey, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can do the
but
rest
for
of
the most part. For the most part, yeah.
I will, Pete.
Did I find out what Chip's favorite Zanuff album is? I did not ask. The third one, the third one was really good. I'm trying to remember. I was doing my deep dive through all the albums. Animals with Human Intelligence. Yes, thought that was great. And then 1985 is the one that I was mentioning, where they did Tears of a Clown. And I thought it was funny that he was like, "Oh, so you're going to do our version?" I said, "Absolutely, I'm going to do your version of that song." It was great. So if anybody else likes if you like Tears of a Clown, one of my all-time favorite classic songs, check out 1985, the album by Enough's Enough. They open the album with their version of that.
Do you remember the commercial where some kid, his dad was yelling at him to turn the music down, and he said, "But Dad, it's Smokey." He was listening to Smokey Robinson. I can't remember what the heck that commercial was, but it was so funny because I say it all the time when I hear his name. "But Dad, it's Smokey."
Smokey.
Oh, okay, son. Crank it up then.
Smokey. See, it all comes back to games in the end. That's what happens. See, do they have any good zoo games, like where you get to,
Isn't there a Zoo Tycoon game where you build a zoo?
Oh, then that's what I'm talking about. I mean, technically, Animal Crossing is a zoo game.
Yeah.
Was it an ad for forest fire prevention?
It's Smokey.
Okay.
It's after our Zookeeper. It's one of my favorite arcade games. That game is so much fun. And that's a game the Champ Games makes for Atari 2600, and it's fantastic.
Oh, man.
It's great. There's a rectangle that's the zoo, and you're on the outside running around, and the animals are like busting bricks to get out, and you're putting bricks back. And it's a really good game.
So you're like, what is it? Why can't I say it? Wreck-It Ralph and Fix It Felix? What's his name?
Yeah, it was the guy in that.
Yeah. Is that what the character is in Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Yeah. I like Grant's Farm too.
Grant's Farm is fun.
I haven't been there in a long time.
I haven't been to the zoo in a long time. It's been a really long time.
Yeah, it's been a while for that too. I've been down in that area. I've ridden down in Forest Park.
That reminds me of that Yogi Berra quote. He says, "Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded." That's how I feel. It's like I don't go to the zoo very often because it's just so crowded all the time.
Yeah.
But
I saw some old
for a reason.
Crush commercials where kids are asked to hold a Crush for sports icons and end up drinking it. Yes. We built the zoo on Steam and Switch. You can breed monkeys with tigers. You can breed monkeys with tigers? What are they called? Mongers? They
Tonkies?
Tikes?
Tinkies?
What was a
Well,
liger?
that is a good thing to add to a zoo game because you should have fun with that. All right.
And with that, go game on.
Pete's at it, man.
Donkeys.
He wants to go to sleep.
That's our topic next week. We're gonna
Donkey.
name crossovers next week.
Yeah, next week. Just give us 2 animals, then give us the crossover name.
We'll work through the names. We did that with some of our students a few years back in art class. We had a gentleman who worked there with us who was a very good artist. In fact, if you've ever seen my me as Thor caricature, Mike did that for me. But we did that. We just have the students call out an animal and another animal, and then we just draw it up real quick. You're not waiting to.
All right.
All right. Wasn't that what George called Archie? Tonky?
Pretty close. All right, guys. Tomorrow night I'm doing pinball. This new pinball game. It's not out yet. It'll be out next week. And then on Papa Pete's channel, we're gonna be bowling right after Go Game Go. So that will be fun. All right, guys. See you later. Pete, have a better rest of the day. Get some sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying here, even though sound like you were too tired to be here.
You cranky bitch.
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I should just call you Kylo Ren. There you go.
See